Hello, Lieutenant Kayla Detmer here from Star Trek Discovery, here to ask you to join in with Commodore Ty to discover the world of pop culture. The adventure has begun.
Incoming message from Commodore Ty.
Hello, this is your Commodore Ty Coles here, and welcome to Throwback Thursday, where we will continue our look at the 1966 sci-fi classic, The Time Tunnel. This will be Season 1, Episode 11, Secret Weapons. Tony and Doug just escaped the French Revolution and barely missed getting their heads clevered off by the guillotine. So they are now transported 10 years prior to their time, and it looks like they're in Russia. And they notice that there's this glowing brick, and the only reason for that is because the time tunnel, hey, they finally found us.
A signal from the time tunnel. Must be. That's a modification of the F.5 probe we worked on.
But it had too much power. And then they saw another one. Again, too much power. We cut to them in the control room, and they're like, damn, we can't get to them. But they need to get them because the government ordered them to get a hold of them.
Well, what do I tell Washington?
Just tell them we can't get through.
It must be pretty important to Central Intelligence the way they've been pushing us.
Not important enough to warrant killing Tony and Doug.
So they finally get a hold of them, and they deliver a message. And it's to meet this one person. They meet them, and they are brought into this room that looks exactly like their time tunnel. We get some more expose from the control room.
An operational time tunnel in 1956. No wonder Washington had to have the information.
The unit looks primitive to me.
But by now, theirs might be more advanced than ours.
And we're introduced to the doctor who created it, and the colonel in charge.
I have no admiration for defectors.
Colonel Rudder, please. This is not the way to greet my new associates.
I would prefer our own scientists.
We also learn that the man that they met is a double agent. He says he's working for the U.S., but he's actually working for Russia.
You really are working for them, aren't you? He is paid by our country to do service for us. It saves us an awful lot of money that way.
Crazy. Typical Cold War shenanigans. And in present time, they're watching this all unfold while they're on the phone with the government. And lo and behold, the doctor of their time tunnel wants to come into the U.S. and work with them.
Honest, we must do some investigating.
Oh, of course, I understand. Although it is ironic, I'm asking for an opportunity to help the United States.
So the more they watch the events unfold, the more they realize the doctor is there to sabotage them.
What is the radiation, boss? You idiots, you and your country. It was not easy for me to be kind to you, but I needed your cooperation as a capsule. Now you will get a taste of my real feeling.
We also see that the time tunnel 10 years ago had to use a capsule, which Doug said could not work.
Has this capsule got a chance?
No. Before you came to the time tunnel, we spent several years developing a capsule technique. Results, near disaster.
So they help him, but they end up sabotaging his time tunnel, and that thing just blows. And we hear that the doctor wanted revenge.
Look.
I will get even with them.
So, he is, in the present day, arrested for attempted espionage.
June 16th, 1956. You've been trying to solve the problem you couldn't make them solve for you.
We're placing you under arrest for attempted espionage.
And just in the nick of time, Tony and Doug are swept off to who knows where, and the doctor wonders how they survived. Maybe he would put two together. So, a very interesting episode. It really had nothing to do with a historical event this time. But it did show what life was like back in the Cold War, that both sides were always trying to trump each other in technology and weapons and all sorts of things. And it was pretty much, you'd rip the plot out of a Bond film. Like, all you needed was the doctor to explain what organization he worked for.
I'm a member of Spectre. Spectre? Spectre. Special Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, Extortion. The four great cornerstones of power, headed by the greatest brains in the world.
And a Bond girl.
And what words do you live by?
The trick is to quit while you're still a kid.
That's one trick I've never learned.
And a hot girl. And boom, you could have a James Bond movie. So, it's interesting to find out where Doug and Tony will end up next. So stay tuned till next week. So for your Commodore, Ty Coles, live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies closed.
Thank you for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, watch one of my many other videos, and if you like what you see, you can support the channel by donating to my PayPal.
So, for Commodore Ty, live long and prosper all, and for now, until next time, the hailing frequencies are closed.